Okay guys, so we're going to start taking a different tack starting today. And this is a repeat for some of us. But anyways, let me explain my madness here. First of all, I think it'd be kind of cool to look at our calendar and where we are. Here we are, April 15th. So we still have a couple days this week. And as you can see, 2 more weeks in April. And 1, 2, 3.5 weeks in May. So our dilemma is, since they're not letting us go back to school together, is can we make the most of this time we have left together? Now, again, if you choose not to take advantage of this time we have together and all the extra effort I'm putting into you guys, you know what, guys? Then you're going to lose out in the end. All right? I hope you take this journey with me. And starting today, here's what I thought I would do just to make sure everything is going smoothly. I'm pretending IM3 that if you've been keeping up with me. Sorry, I got interrupted by the phone call. But what I did was I said, you know what? I'm again going to pretend I'm an IM3 student in my good old Mr. Ormsby's IM3 class. As you can see, if you look at my screen, again, you guys will have a similar screen if you have a computer or laptop. You could see I am perfect on all of these assignments. This one says completed because it was a set of notes or articles, as Mr. Khan calls it. But on the first page, I've done at least 1 or 2 videos on every one of these, right? And they're in there in Khan Academy, in Google Classroom, as well as most, if not all of them, are posted in Novi Math on YouTube. In case that's the easier way to access those videos, right? For you guys. So now I'm on the second page. Again, I've done most of these. Matter of fact, I've done every one of these. Again, 100% means I've done it at least once or twice, if not 3 times, in video format for you over the last month or so. And for some reason, geometric series formula didn't get credit. So I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it together again. So this is the geometric series formula that we're going to use. S stands for the sum. N stands for the number of terms. A stands for the first term. Sometimes they also refer to it as A sub 1. And as you can see here, R stands for the common ratio. N again stands for the number of terms. This magical formula, guys, works to find the sum of a set of numbers that have a ratio pattern to them. Geometric, that is, okay? But anyways, I've already done a couple videos on this, so this will be at least the 3rd, if not 4th video. But let's get started here. We're going to do, it says here, 4 questions. I can't wait to get started. We're going to click Let's Go. Here it is. Let me clean up my work. Start over so you know exactly where I'm coming from. Okay, guys, so here we go. So, first of all, they gave us 1,024. That's our A. Do you agree the first number in that set of numbers is 1,024? The second number is 512. How do I go from here to here? If you look carefully, am I not doing 1/2 or dividing by 2, right? And if you go from here to here, see how I'm again doing another half. So our common ratio is 1/2 or 0.5. Everyone agree 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. Okay, we have basically everything we need to do this. They want the first 7 terms. Right now we only have 1, 2, 3 of them. But imagine doing 4, 5, 6, 7, and then having to add them together. Now, that's kind of tedious. So that's why we have a formula. We're going to find S sub 7. That's what they want. The sum of the first 7 numbers in this sequence here. Geometric sequence. How do we do that? Well, the formula says this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my A, which is 1,024, parentheses. I'm going to, in other words, times that with 1 minus 0.5 to the 7 power divided by 1 minus 0.5. Again, I did this formula here. We knew our A was 1,024. We knew our R was 1/2. We knew they wanted the first 7 numbers. That's all I did, guys. So, here is the calculator work. I did 1,024, parentheses. I did 1 minus 0.5 to the 7 power. I should have closed parentheses, but you really don't need to do that if you're not doing any more numbers. I got 1,016. All I had to do was take that answer, divide by 1 minus 0.5. There's our answer, 2,032. So in the box below, you would put in 2,032. That is the actual sum of those 7 numbers. All right, let's do another one. This time they're telling me the ratio is 1/4 or 0.25, right? Everyone knows 1/4 of a dollar is 25 cents. The sum of the first 4 terms is 170. So they gave us the sum of the first 4 numbers, which was 170. They gave us S sub 4. Now, what does S sub 4 equal? Now, remember, the formula goes like this again. Right? So, I know this 170, which is the sum of the first 4. In other words, N is 4, is going to be, we don't know the first number. It's kind of like a puzzle. So that's A, parentheses. But we can do this right here. 1 minus 0.25 to the 4. Again, we knew the ratio was 0.25, 1/4. And we knew the sum they wanted was the first 4. We're going to divide that by 1 minus the ratio 0.25. Let me get this out of our way here. So, how we're going to solve this is, how about if we take 170, and this is a divide here, so let's times by that. So I did 1 minus 1/4, which is 0.75. Again, think about it. 1 minus 0.25 also is 0.75, right? I'm going to take 170 times that. I get 127.5. So I know 127.5 equals A times 1 minus 0.25 to the 4. That means all I need to do is divide both sides by 1 point. Oop, I wrote that wrong, didn't I? Get that 4 inside the parentheses. So once I divide by that on both sides, do you agree? I'm going to find my mysterious missing first term, the first number in our sequence. So I took 127.5, that's the answer right there. I divided, as you can see there, by 1 minus 0.25 to the 4th. And there is our first number. So, what we figured out, guys, is our first number was 128. That's what you're going to type in to get full credit, right? But since the ratio is 1/4, I could tell you right now, the next number is 1/4 of this, which is what? 32? Not 34, 32. 1/4 of that would have been 8. 1/4 of that would have been 2. If you add those together, guys, you will get 170. It works like magic. Okay? Let's do one more at least together. This time they're telling us they want the sum of the first 8, so they want S sub 8. They're telling us right here the first term is 3, so our A is 3. They're telling us right here our ratio. In other words, is 4. That means we're timesing by 4 every time. So it's 1 minus 4 to the 8 power divided by 1 minus 4. So let's go to our calculator. Let's do this first. 3 times 1 minus 4 to the 8. Is this negative 196,605? Don't panic by the negative or the big number, because now we're going to divide by 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. There is our answer. So I divided by that, and I got 65,535. All right? So guys, what we just figured out again is we knew we had a 3. The ratio was 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Times 3 is 48. Times 4 again is, it's already getting big, as you can see, was at 192 and so on. If we add up the first 8, this is only the first 4. If we added up the first 8 of them, it would be 65,535. All right? So I'm going to leave the last one for you to do. And like me, hopefully you can get a 4 out of 4. Now, I also want to remind you real quick, guys, that if you click on the top right of your screen there, go to lesson page. Look at all of that. See, I've watched and done all the practice in this whole section. I recommend, again, as I mentioned in a previous video, some of these videos right here are really worth good. They're really good. They're worth watching. Oh, God, good thing I'm a math teacher, not an English teacher, right? But anyways, my whole point is, guys, embrace Khan Academy, okay? Watch the videos. Definitely do the practice problems. Definitely do the articles, or as Mr. Khan calls it, but I call them notes. Okay? But anyways, hopefully this will put some of you over the top there as far as getting this one done. I'll see you around.